Do I want to use a microphone? Use a microphone though, then it's like, I have to pay attention to it and then it'll like die and I won't notice, so on and so forth. Do I want to use a microphone? It's dead. So no, I don't. Ooh, wait, no. Yeah, no, it's dying. All right. So, hi, it's been a while. That's my fault. I take full ownership for that. That is 100% my fault. You had no control over it. Many of you actually reached out and were like, where'd you go? Why aren't you here? Are you alive? I don't know the perfect answer for the first two, but I am alive. So that answer I got for you. To answer the other two, like, where'd I go and why am I not making videos? Were those the questions that I said? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't made a video in a while. I've filmed quite a few videos. And then I get to the editing part and then it just doesn't happen. I don't know, it feels like a video game kind of where like you're doing really well on the track and then you get to this one point and you just can't do it and you fall off the rainbow bridge every time. That's what my life feels like lately with the editing, which is hilarious because I was a professional editor in LA for 8-ish years. So you would think logically that I would be very comfortable and good at it and I could just get them out. But I can't. You know, instead of just freaking out and not posting anything, I thought I should make a video where I kind of talk about where I'm at and what's going on. Theoretically, this should be much easier to edit, right? Future Taylor, you can do this edit. It's just take out the really terrible parts where I make no sense, which might be most of it, but you know. Yeah, I don't really have like a plan for this video, which is strange for me. Usually I have at least a basic outline of what I'm gonna say. I definitely never have like a script written out, like a teleprompter. It's a lot of forethought, but I most definitely have like an outline saying like, here's what you should talk about first, and then this, and then that. And I don't have that today. This is new and it's a little scary, but I'm trying to just do it. I'm trying to just make a video. It's this T-ball. There's a ball and I'm just trying to hit it. I've been making YouTube videos for a long time. I started posting on YouTube like the second year that it was out. And back then it was very different. You can go watch some of those videos. They're not that, I was gonna say exciting, but I think they're pretty exciting. I think they're really fun. There's something very honest about them and the way that, you know, YouTube used to be, where it was just making stuff for fun and the idea of monetization and influencers didn't exist yet. It wasn't even a thought in our little bubble heads. I mean, it might have been for like the YouTube executives. Probably when Google bought it was when that started happening. Anyway, I've been posting videos for a long time, but as many of you know, for the last couple years, I've been like giving it a real go, trying to make this like a job. I mean, not like a job. I've been trying to make this my job. And it's worked, surprisingly. I have made this a job thanks to my Patreon and AdSense and, you know, juggling ball sales and things like that. It's not a high-paying job. I think it's less than minimum wage in America, but it's a job and I love it. So yeah, like during the pandemic, I was getting into the groove of things and starting to make tutorials and vlogs and like trying things. Taylor tries, it's the whole thing. It's a channel. It was happening and it was great. And then this fun thing happened where my brain decided, hey, that thing you're doing that you really enjoy and that other people seem to enjoy and that's making you money, we're not gonna do that anymore. We're just gonna stop doing it. Like it's just, you're not gonna be able to do it anymore. There's a wall there now. So that sucked. It's really hard to explain. It's just like a big mental block. It's like a wall. And I am neither good at jumping nor climbing, so getting over the wall seems to be difficult. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I feel like I need to say something. I feel really bad that people think that I've like died. That didn't happen. I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm happy about that. That's a good base liveness. You know, I do have a lot of patrons that still support me and that means a lot. So I feel like I owe like you all explanations of why I'm just not seemingly doing my job. The weird thing is I am doing my job. I do still like every day work on either filming content or editing content or writing content, doing the behind the scenes stuff. But that like last little bit, you edit it and then you publish it. It's a little puzzle piece, but it's a big one. I seem to have misplaced it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know if it's relatable at all, because it's, you know, it's a weird thing. I guess it's like a writer's block, but it's not in writing, it's in like finishing and presenting. I've been agonizing over it. Why can't I do this really basic thing, just finishing the thing and then making the thing out for you guys? Why can't I do that? I could do it before, and other people can do it, and it seems like it's so very simple, and yet I can't do it. So what is wrong with me? Why do I suddenly suck? That's what it's felt like. I feel like I've been letting everyone down. Best case scenario, I feel like a lot of people have missed me and missed my content and are kind of sad that I'm not posting. And worst case scenario, I'm letting everyone down and they feel like I'm taking advantage of their patronage, and everyone is really upset at me. Those are the thoughts that go on in my head, brought to you by anxiety and depression. So I've been struggling the last like 6 months, year? It's probably been about a year. Like if you look back at my timeline of when it just started to slow down, it was probably about a year ago, which is just, oh my God, year. A year of trying to figure it all out, trying to figure out why suddenly I can't do the thing, while also still trying to do the thing. You know, I've been looking at things like diet and exercise and just treating depression, treating anxiety, treating my ADHD, finding coping mechanisms. Fun fact, I've tried every single app on the App Store that has to do with productivity or to-do lists. They don't work for me. But I do have a nice library of to-do list notebooks. Just killing those trees in the name of productivity. Yeah. So I've been working at it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, while also still filming videos that never get edited. Yeah, I feel this need to like justify myself, right? I feel like my value as a person is heavily tied to what I'm producing and like the work I'm doing. Because I haven't made any like tangible thing, even though a video isn't tangible anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, there's no proof of what I've been working on. It's been really hard for me not to spiral into this depressive, distorted thinking of feeling like I'm a failure in every way because I haven't made a thing in a long time. And even when I made a thing, before that I hadn't made a thing in a long time. So yeah, my brain loves to use that as like little kindling and logs to set my brain on fire and make me feel like I'm collapsing. And I've had a couple friends tell me like, you should make a video telling people that. Like, people would like to hear the reality of trying to do YouTube and stuff. And I guess that's what this is. But to be honest, like, I didn't want to do this because it just feels so like self-absorbed. I don't know. I have it very easy. I'm a pretty privileged person. I mean, I've worked hard to get here. I certainly didn't grow up in a privileged situation, but like, look at my place. Like, clearly I have privilege now. And so yeah, it's hard to justify in my brain, hey, let's make a video talking about my struggles. Like, there are people who don't have food and homes, but I can't make videos on the internet for some reason, even though I have all the equipment and time and money, and feel bad for me. But I don't want you to feel bad for me. And in reality, I'm not trying to post this as a way to like excuse myself or get pity or something. I just need to make a video. And if I can't make it about juggling or teaching or something important, maybe I can just make it about this. You know, just get in the habit of making videos again, share with you what I'm experiencing. You know, maybe some of you are wanting to be influencers. In which case, I feel like stuff like this is important to know. I certainly wasn't prepared for this kind of problem when I started out doing it. I was pretty prepared for the other obvious things, like how do I get followers and how do I get engagement and how do I get my click-through rate? I was expecting those to be the things that were really hard about making content. I have so many ideas and I love sharing things. I've always loved making videos and I've always loved sharing my thoughts and teaching and sharing the things I love. So those things aren't hard for me. Like maybe they are for some creators where they've run out of ideas, and maybe I would run out of ideas if I actually posted. I don't know. I highly doubt it. The things in my brain, there are so many, and I want to take them out and share them to you on like a little plate, except it's a big plate because there's a lot of them. So I really don't think like that's the problem. And all those other things, like the technical things of getting an audience and getting the right engagement. But for me, I haven't had to worry about those things too much. You know, I do give myself credit. I studied business in school. I studied film in school. I'm sure subconsciously those things do help a lot. So I'm not saying that those are just easy things for people. I think the reason you see those videos on YouTube, like the top 10 ways to grow your audience, what's the best thumbnail? I'm sure part of why you see those things so often is because they are real problems that people have. I do think that people tend to focus too much on those things because it's tangible and easy to see, and it shows you if you're, you know, doing a good job. And I think YouTubers exploit that and make videos to make you click on them and make money. It's like a pyramid scheme. It's really interesting. Anyway, but yeah, I wasn't prepared for this weird creative editing block. I don't know what that is. I've never heard a YouTuber talk about it. I'm sure somebody has, but like, just like this wall that's like, no, you can't post anymore. You used to be able to post. You were really good at doing it. You even did it like every day for 3 weeks or something. And then on Instagram, you did it every day for a couple years. It was something I was really good at once, and then I'm not now, which I feel like is the opposite of what's supposed to happen, right? You do the thing and you might be kind of bad at it, and then you do it more and you get better at it, right? It's supposed to do that. It might plateau at some point, but like, it's typically kind of a slope upward. No, for me, it's like the opposite. I was like this, and then there's just a big cliff that I fell off of, and now it's just at the bottom, wondering why I'm in a pit of not posting. It's the opposite of what is supposed to happen. It doesn't make any sense. It's a mental block, a creative block, or whatever you want to call it, an editing block. It's a block and it's in my way, and I can't break it up or move it or something. I need to figure out how to do that. Anyone who knows me in real life, and maybe you've figured this out just by watching my videos, anyone who knows me knows that I have a tendency to analyze things and think about them a lot. Some might say too much. I overanalyze and overthink things. I actually really love overanalyzing things. I think it's the funnest thing other than juggling. Juggling and then overanalyzing is tied, and sometimes it's a little more and less, but it's up there. I just think it's fun. I think it's fun to think about things and why things happen and how they happen and what they affect and things like that. I think it's awesome. I wish people did it more. That's a whole other rant that I could go on, but bringing it back to the video, because I gotta focus. I overanalyze things, and so I have a mental block right now, and so I want to overanalyze it. I'm gonna look at the block from all the angles and try to figure out what the crap is happening and how I get past it. You know, that's kind of what I've been doing the last while. But as many people I know have said, you should just do it on video, Taylor. People would watch you rant about things and overanalyze things. That sounds really interesting. I have my doubts, but you know, here we are. I will indulge. It is better than not posting something, right? I'm gonna try to figure out what this mental block is, how it formed, why it's there, and how to make it go away. So that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do it in this video because this video is already too long. I can tell that already. The battery died, but we're back. Oh no, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was saying how I'm gonna overanalyze it. We're gonna overanalyze it together because that sounds fun. It actually does sound fun, and you know, this will be a good experiment. If I can edit this video and post it, then that's a step in the right direction. And it's more data to figure out what's happening with my brain and YouTube and why I can't post. Overanalyzing mental blocks. Sounds fun. Oh, I know everyone's gonna be like, when are you gonna make a tutorial? You should just post videos of you juggling and practicing and stuff. That's why we're doing this. We're doing this so that we can try to do that. So just be patient. Not that you haven't been. You've clearly waited a long time to get, you know, all the tutorials that I've promised. We're going to eat our veggies before we get to the popsicle. Why does that feel like a weird choice, popsicle? So I hope you will join me next time to embark on this journey of overanalyzing Taylor's mental block of making content. Sure. So I'll see you in that video. Assuming this all goes well. I've definitely filmed some videos like this in the past and they just went into the void of my hard drive. So I'm gonna post it. I'm going to. If you're watching this, thank you, because yeah. What do people normally eat for dessert? Ice cream? Ice cream. Eat our vegetables before we get our ice cream. That makes more sense. The shortest path between 2 points is a straight line, but my brain finds that boring and wants to do all of the weird